What's going on, guys? Chache come back at you with another video, and today, super excited, CRL West just around the corner, and today we're going to be figuring out who are the top 12 teams. Obviously, there's only 12 teams, so we're going to be ranking them in order from number 1 being the best team, all the way down to number 12 being the bottom of the barrel. Obviously, all these teams are really skilled. They're going to take off at least one game. I guarantee at least every single team is going to have at least one loss right now, and every team is going to have at least one win. If I'm wrong, you can go ahead and slap me across the head. Call me a fool. We're going to hop right into our predictions, I guess. Not our predictions, because we don't know their schedule, which would be nice to be able to figure out their ranking at the end of the year. So this is a power ranking, not where they're going to finish at the end, but hopefully by like their skill and stuff like that. But we're going to start off with number 12, which is... which we are going to be starting off with Team Dignitas, one of my closest couple friends in all of CRL. Unfortunately, at the bottom right now. I have them at 12th place. There's just a lot of question marks. How are they going to rebound from last season? Obviously, replacing Eddie with skills. There's a lot of question marks. Are they going to be able to pick up? And 2v2, last year they didn't do too well. And then is Frost and Oxley going to continue to have to carry this team in 1v1, or is Blaze going to be able to step up, or is Skills going to be able to take over, be that man of the team? If they are able to answer those questions in a positive way, they can obviously be way higher on this list. But if they play like they did last year, then they will be at the bottom, just like last year. Alrighty, so coming in at number 11, we got Pain Gaming. So very similar roster to last season. I just think that other teams have gotten more talent on their roster, and Pain's relatively stayed the same there, dropping Surge TS. So we'll have to see how they play, but for right now, I have them at second to last in 11. Alrighty, so coming in at number 10, we got Cream Gaming, Cream Esports. Obviously, the big addition with Pompeo. That is a huge addition for this team. Last season, they got off to a real good hot streak. We'll see if they can start off this season the same way. The only way that, I see them even working their way up to the top is if they can figure out the 2v2 game. Last season, they did all right the first half, but when they started versing those S-tier teams, that's when they ran into trouble. So we'll see if they can fix that. If so, I think Pompeo and the 1v1 can do a lot of work with Luke Dubs, Lindsay, and Codigo. All those guys make a pretty good team, but they are at number 10 for me, the other LatAm team. Alrighty, at number 9, we got Misfits Gaming. So Misfits last season, I had them as second to last, I believe. This season, I think with the addition of Juicy J, he's not on the roster picture here, he's on a separate announcement, but I think Juicy J is going to help him out a lot, especially in the 2v2 set, getting him up to par, because I think they only won like 1 or 2 2v2 games all season long out of 11. That's pretty bad. So we'll see how they can handle this season. If they get their 2v2 game down, I think that Wings and Juicy J Baron will be really, really good in that 1v1 set. But for right now, I have them at number 9. Alrighty, so coming in right after Misfits, we got Team Queso. So Team Queso, the exact same roster as last season. I believe Ruben was added, but could be wrong there. But it looks like the exact same one to me. We'll see how this goes down. I really think that they're going to stay consistent, almost in the middle of the pack there. Wherever I put them, people always get mad, so I'm going to put them right there. Because, they're a decent team, but there's definitely other teams with a lot more talent. But I think, being together for so long, they are going to have that advantage like some of the other top teams. But we'll just see how it works out for them. Alrighty, so coming in at number 7, we got Fnatic. Losing Javi is going to be definitely a big blow to this team. The roster stays basically the same from last season, though, with the exception of Javi. We'll see how they bounce back. I have them right in the middle because I don't think they're going to be super great and not super bad. But, we'll see how they respond to losing Javi. But other than that, yeah, that's why I have them at number 7. Alrighty, actually I had a hard time putting Tribe at number 6, but that's where they fall for me. I really do think this is a dangerous roster. Having B-Rad, Tommy, Soking, Carter, Nitram, all really, really good players. I do think B-Rad will stick in the 2v2. The question is going to be who's going to pick up the 2v2 with him. I would assume it's probably going to be Carter. And then if Soking can play like Soking played in Season 1, this team is going to be scary. They can definitely climb up the ladder, see them in the playoffs for sure, because this is a playoff-looking team and a playoff contender for sure. Alrighty, so this may come to a surprise to many, but I actually have Liquid at 5th place right now. I think their season's going to be determined in the first couple weeks. If they get an easy schedule coming out of the gate, I think they'll be fine and they could easily repeat and get that 2-time. But they always seem to be a little slow off 2v2. Last season, they didn't have their 2v2 partners, and they also seem to just follow the meta with 2v2. They don't seem to like engineer their own type of decks. So we'll see if that changes. But that's why I said if they play like an S-tier 2v2 team like Complexity or Immortals, I don't think they're going to win that. And I think their 1v1 Koth is very equal, so I think having that 2v2 will definitely be the advantage. But if they play a team that doesn't do 2v2 too well, I think they can survive until the meta's established, and then that's why I have them at number 5. Alrighty, now speaking about Liquid, we move right into NRG at number 4. They pick up one of Liquid's players, Boofmac. I think he's one of the best 1v1 players there is. I think he can definitely help out, and this team's going to be very scary. Thunderstruck, Boofmac, and that King of the Hill is going to be tough. We'll see if they put Trainer Dippus or Hazard in, both really solid players. I could actually see Trainer Dippus and Hazard playing 2v2, but I'm going to go ahead and go on a hunch that Hazard's playing 2v2, but it could be really anybody. I don't think Boofmac will play in 2v2, just because he's going to be that 1v1 player unless he is struggling with the meta. But this team is very dangerous. I think anybody in the top 5 has a real shot at winning the CRL West Season 2 Split 2, so we'll just have to see, but I have NRG at number 4. Alrighty, so we start moving it into the big boy, the heavyweight category now. Immortals I have at number 3. Immortals really, really solid. If they can get Lapacati to play like he did last season and Royal to play like he did in Season 1, I think this team could easily win CRL West. But it's just really up to how are they all going to coordinate together. Is somebody going to be hot, somebody not? So that's why I have them at Season 3, or Rank 3, excuse me. But they can obviously take that win, and they have a real shot at going to Worlds. Alrighty, at number 2, we got the boys in blue, Complexity Gaming. So last season, they fell just short. They were at like 7-1 and finished off 7-4. So real rough. I do think they'll get the job done this season. That's why I have them at number 2. They keep the exact same roster as last season. If they're able to get Vulcan, Razor, Adrian, and Air Surfer all in the 1v1 set, I think they can really destroy there. 2v2, they're always leading the meta along with Immortals, NRG. So we'll see if they can continue to do that. And that's why I have them at number 2. Alrighty, and that only leaves one team left. It is SK Gaming. So SK this season, I think, is one of the strongest teams. They're 2v2. It's always been very consistent all season long. And now with the addition of Javi in the 1v1 and the King of the Hill, this is going to be a scary team. We'll see if OP Sam can pick up where he left off Season 1. Season 2, he kind of had a down year, but we'll see how it goes. But really, really solid roster. Definitely the scariest, really well-rounded. 2v2, probably their weaker suit, but their 1v1 more than makes up for that. And since it's worth 2/3 of all the points, I guess you could say, that's why I have them at number 1. Now remember, this is no intention of how I think they're going to finish overall. Obviously that has to do with scheduling. If Super Week comes around and SK has to play Immortals, Complexity, and Liquid back-to-back 3 days in a row, they could have a real tough time trying to make it into the playoffs. But, you know, if they get a good schedule, they play Liquid first, then get, like, somebody else easier, and then go back to a hard team, easy, hard, then they could finish number 1. But I do think they are the scariest team to go against. But obviously, like I said before, top 5 all have realistic shots of getting into the playoffs, where top 3, I think, have very, very strong contentions to win. That is my list. SK rounds out number 1. What do you guys have? What is your order for your power rankings for CRL West Season 2 Split 2? So let me know down in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Peace.